What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kat. This is my channel, and if you are interested in more VSG, weight loss, fashion, and beauty content, be sure to subscribe down below and click the bell notification. I always forget to say that at the beginning. But also, side note, a reminder, since I am losing weight so drastically, my Poshmark is ever changing. It is always linked down below. You guys know I used to haul a lot of clothing, so I've got a lot of clothing to sell. So go see what I have, and let me know you're a subscriber if you purchase something. So today I wanted to give you guys a 4-month weight loss update. And as you can see by the title of the video, I did gain weight last week. So I weighed myself on Tuesdays because my surgery day was on Tuesday, and I gained 1.4 pounds last week. And so I'm filming this the day you're seeing it. So I guess when I weighed myself this Tuesday, 3 days ago, yeah, I weighed 1.4 pounds heavier. So I knew something like this would happen eventually, and so I reached out to a bunch of people I follow online that have also had the surgery, that are further along, and I just asked them their advice. And the first thing they said was, this happens to everybody, so relax and stop beating yourself up, but also switch up what you're doing, increase your water intake and increase your protein intake. So that is what I did, and I weighed myself again this morning just as like another baseline to see where I'm doing, and I've already lost, so I gained 1.4, I've already lost 1 pound. So I only have 0.4 to get back on track to where I was. I also started hitting the gym again. We're back on track, we're getting things in order. But I feel like 4 to 6 months in is usually when people have a gain or a plateau based on what I've seen online. So I'm okay. I know some people gain more than 1.5 pounds, and I'm happy it wasn't more than that. I mean, it's also like holiday season. Did I really think I was gonna escape that without gaining any weight? I think usually I put on literally 15 or 20 pounds in the holidays, so 1.4, I'll take it. Especially because it only took me 3 days essentially to get it back off of me. So, but as far as measurements for last month, I think I measured 12 or 15 different sections of my body, and I lost another 6.5 inches across my body, primarily in my midsection, my chest area. I lost the most weight off of my band size, my bra band size, my waist, I lost another inch, my hips and my butt. And I do measure across my stomach, like right across my belly button, because that's where I have like my pooch that I'm trying to get rid of. And that's also where my scar line is. So everybody's scar line is in a different area because everybody has a different body. But mine is literally right across my belly button. So thank you, Jesus, for high-waisted pants, because my scar line should not ever be visible, really, when I wear crop tops. I know a lot of people, theirs are higher than their belly button, so they show, and I don't think there's anything wrong with showing your scars. They show how far you come and the work that you put in, but I'm trying to reduce their appearance right now, and I'm just not comfortable with it yet. You know what I mean? It's something new, I'm working on it. So let's see. But I asked you guys on Instagram if you had any questions. I don't want to make this a super long video, so I asked if you had any questions, and I got a few. So be sure to follow me on Instagram if you have questions for me, or you're going through the same journey and you have questions or you need advice. Maybe I can provide you that advice or direct you to somebody who can give you that advice. But also just a reminder, everybody's body is different. Everybody loses weight different, even on this program. Everybody's program is different. Everybody's doctor is different. So try not to compare yourself, because I have been struggling with that a lot lately. So okay, so the first question is, are you having any body dysmorphia with your changing body? Yes and no. I've always had kind of reverse body dysmorphia. I don't know the definition of it, but you know, essentially the gist of what I get is that you look in the mirror, no matter what size you are, you see an enormous person that's large, that will never be loved, that will never get skinny or never be healthy. And I feel like I've always looked in the mirror and seen someone that's thinner than what's happening in real life. Like, I always feel like I look better in the mirror than I do in photos, which I think, you know, it's that whole I took the photo versus someone else took the photo of me situation. But I don't think I'm coming up with any new body dysmorphia issues yet. I think my mental health has improved drastically. I have done a little bit of research on that, and it sounds like a very large percentage of people that have depression before their surgery and then they start losing weight, their depression can improve greatly. Now that only lasts a certain period of time. I've seen 1 to 3 years post-surgery because people get into the habits of things and gain weight back, and then your depression comes back. But my mental health, I would say, is greatly improved. I am off all of my antidepressants. I do not take any mental health medication anymore. I am planning on still seeing my therapist, but I haven't been lately. So I haven't felt the need to see a therapist lately. So I probably need to go to check in, but I hope that answers the question. The next question is, over Vlogmas, I wasn't feeling well. Was I just nauseous, or were there other side effects I was experiencing? So I have good days and bad days. Sometimes a food that sits well with my stomach regularly stops sitting well with my stomach for a day. Like, we had some leftovers. I ate dinner, had some leftovers, which is like my life now. And the next day I tried to eat them for lunch and they made me almost throw up. I still haven't thrown up yet, which is great. But the leftovers, I don't know why. And sometimes I'll just have a few bad days in a row where nothing sits well in my stomach and I just don't feel well. And it's kind of like stomach grumbly, nausea. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just uncomfortable. But that was kind of the only thing. And as far as like general side effects, I keep touching on this because I'm still waiting for it to happen. I got my hair done on Tuesday and my hairstylist says I am not losing any hair yet. So let's cross our fingers that that stays that way. Luna wants to know if we are planning on kids and how does this all affect pregnancy. This was a main question I asked my surgeon before I got the surgery because I was concerned about us having kids after the surgery, how that would work. I mean, you know, if I'm taking in 600 to 1,000 calories a day, how can I support another human growing inside of me? I have to wait 18 months to 2 years before we can start trying, which is fine by me. I'm not in a hurry to have a kid anytime soon. And it is usually quite a bit easier to get pregnant after the surgery. So that is on the table for us. We're very excited about that opportunity. And I think I probably would have struggled at the weight I was at to conceive, and or I was continuing to gain weight and it just would have gotten increasingly harder, I think. So this should make it easier for me to have kids, have an easier pregnancy. I will say I will always be high risk at every pregnancy I have. We plan on having 2 kids. We'll see how the first one goes. But part of the reason I did the surgery, if you're not aware, is because I had pulmonary embolisms or blood clots in my lungs. And they told me my weight was a contributing factor, but due to those pulmonary embolisms, I'm always gonna be a high risk pregnancy. And that's according to literally every doctor I've talked to, including blood specialists and my gynecologist and all of them. So I will be induced, is my understanding. So I got a lot of questions on what I eat, what vitamins I take, how much water I get in. So I take Kansas City Bariatrics, like own brand of supplements. I take a multivitamin from them. I'll link them down below. And I also take 3 calcium citrates. That's something I've been trying to do this week, is make sure I get all those vitamins in because I've really been struggling with that. As far as how much I eat, it would be easier to just direct you to a what I eat in a day video because it varies every day, but I would say between 600 and 1,000 calories, usually closer to the 600 range. But like last night was 1,000 because we went over to a friend's house and I had a piece of pizza and that was like 250 calories for the one piece of pizza that I couldn't even eat all of. So it varies every day. It's kind of hard to say how much do you eat. I would say if I'm just eating something like 1 egg fills me up. If that, it's hard to explain. I mean, my stomach is between 2 and 3 ounces. And then the last question was, this individual is losing about 2 pounds a week, and she wants to know about how much I'm losing a week, and that's about how much I'm losing a week, 2 pounds roughly a week. And according to my doctor's office, that is slow. So when you're on a regular diet and not like a surgery-induced diet, they tell you not to lose more than 1 or 2 pounds a week. It's not safe to lose more than 1 or 2 pounds a week. So I'm kind of doing like what I had hoped I could do on Weight Watchers, essentially. I wish I was losing more a week, but I feel like this is what my body wants to do, and I'm trying really, really hard this week, so we'll see how much weight I can lose this week when I've increased my protein to 80 grams a day, and I've increased my water to 80 ounces a day. My plan requires 60 grams of protein a day and 64 ounces of water a day, for reference. So I just increased it by essentially 20 grams or ounces either way, to try to increase that and switch up my regime this week to see if I can make some changes and get that number to go back down. And it's working, so I'm probably gonna stick with this. I will say it is very, very hard to get 80 ounces of water in a day. It's very difficult for me because, you know, if you've had the surgery, you know, you take like 2 or 3 sips of water, you have to take them spaced out, and it can be very uncomfortable if you drink too much water too quickly. I also try to have 1 protein shake a day, and I prefer the MyProtein Clear Whey Isolate, so I'll leave that down below. I'm not sponsored by them. God, I wish I was. I'm probably gonna contact them at some point because I've referred so many people to them. Basically, it's like a Crystal Light, but it has protein in it, and it's really, really good. And they're, I believe, a UK-based company, but you know, you can get flavors like lemonade. I like the dragon fruit the best. I also have like a coconut mango flavor, and then you're not stuck with like vanilla, strawberry, chocolate. I'm not always into that, and I'd rather have like a dragon fruit lemonade once a day, and then you get in water and you get in your protein. So that's one way that I try to do that, and that's how I was able to add that extra 20 grams of protein, because I was eating about 60 grams of protein without issue. So to increase it, I had to add a protein shake a day. So there you guys go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions, leave them below, and I will try to remember to add them to next month's update. I was thinking about stopping doing these monthly updates, but I think I'm gonna do monthly updates until I hit the 1 year mark in September. So we have a wedding coming up on March 27th, so I'm really trying to hit the ground running and see how much weight I can lose before the wedding. I'm hoping 30 more pounds. So if I'm losing 10 a month, that should be doable. So again, be sure to subscribe and become a part of my warrior crew if you haven't already. If you have, I love you guys. Thank you for all your support so far, and I will catch you in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.